this one down. It is going to be fascinating to see whether it's Jasper Philipsen or Caden Groves who finishes the best of their riders. We know that Philipsen is coming back from the broken collarbone. We know that Caden Groves is in really good form as well. Of course, Tour de France stage winner in Pontarlier. And there's Fabio van den Bosch at the back of that group. So they've got strength in numbers there, at least 4 or 5 riders for Alpecin de Koning making it into this group.
Alpecin just seemed to stop though there at 3 kilometres to go, and peloton spread across the road, so that was interesting. I saw very quickly a reaction though from Soudal-QuickStep, also firing a rider to the front there just to try and keep the life in the peloton, otherwise it can be advantage breakaway.
Oh, it could be advantage breakaway. Could it be that day? It would be a massive one if it was though, because these guys have been out there since very, very early on this afternoon. But they're hanging on. They keep looking back, though, understandably, to see how much effort they need to measure out and how deep they need to go at what point. But it is full-on, full-gas effort now from these 3. Townsend has a little look back as well to see them. It's a cruel, big, wide road that leads to the 500-metre finishing straight. They're not there yet, of course, but we're coming into the final 2 kilometres here of this World Tour men's one-day race.
If these 3 riders want to have a chance of victory, they just have to go full to the line. No looking at each other, no games. They have to just go, go, go and sprint it out, because they do have a chance here. 12 seconds at 2 kilometres to go. It is a chance they can make it. Those in the peloton, they also just need to race full here behind. This is going to be extremely close.
Just looking now at some of the riders who are left in here as well. Mike Turnison is there. You mentioned the XDS Astana man as well. I don't think Case Boll is still in there anymore. I don't know though for sure, but we will see. Every time we cut back, I'll start just trying to pick out riders that are in there that we think could feature in this sprint finish. I'll remind viewers that I picked Paul Magnier as my potential winner. We know he's in there. He looked great the final time up the Wasserberg, and Matt has gone for Biniam Gamay. He is definitely in there, and he also looked good on the last 2 ascents of that climb. But all of that will come to nothing unless they catch these 3 riders out front. And at the moment, Matt, we're now coming very close to the final kilometre. They've got a real chance here, but as you say, they cannot afford to play any games now at all until, I mean, the last metres, literally.
I think the breakaway can make it here, the way they're riding, and the peloton is not closing the gap too fast here. It's they're chipping down a second or 2 at a time, and look, the peloton is stopping the breakaway. It's advantage breakaway here.
Yes, it is. There's one rider going off the front, and I think it might be a Soudal-QuickStep rider, or it's Decathlon. I can't quite tell the colour of the jersey from here looking down on them. One rider just sneaking off the front. Now, will that be the carrot that dangles in front of a peloton who do go on to catch the breakaway? We will see. I think we're looking at the shot of our first fixed camera in the finishing straight as well. Here they are. Oh, my goodness me. Nelson Oliveira is just doing a last long turn there. He's looking round for some help, but it is coming. And this catch is going to happen so close to the line, if it does happen as well. Already, the teams that have got any resources left at the front of this disintegrating peloton are using them. It's Red Bull, Bora Hansgrohe who lead right now, coming towards the line. They might just do it. Rory Townsend has gone. Rory Townsend has got an opportunity here to take the biggest win of his career. Can he hold on? I think Townsend might actually do this. He's got just a little curve to come, the Irishman. If he does this, this will be the biggest win of Rory Townsend's career, and I think he is so close to doing it. I think he's going to do it. Rory Townsend is going to take this on the line. Yes, he does. Oh my goodness me. From the breakaway, Rory Townsend has gone and done it. Oh my gosh, do you know what? There's a rider who I've seen since the very early stages of his career, coming through Tim Elverson's setups and all of that racing in the United Kingdom, desperately trying to prove himself, desperately trying to show he's good enough. And here we are in the World Tour. Yes, he's a double Irish champion, but he's just taken the biggest win of his career, a massive one for Q36.5, but a brilliant one for Irish cycling. And I can tell you, everyone that's watching, Irish cycling has a very, very healthy future at the moment. And Rory Townsend is leading the way. Matt Winston, what a moment.
What a victory there, and the breakaway timed it to absolute perfection. When it was coming into a kilometre to go there, I was thinking, yeah, this looks like Rory Townsend's going to win this one. We know he's fast in the sprint. We know that he can go quick, and he just had enough there to just open up and just hold on for victory. And I think that's, yeah, for sure it's the biggest victory of his career. And you see the sprinters sprinting full behind him, and he just holds on to take a massive, massive win for Q36.5. He cannot believe it.
Oh, it's a fantastic moment for a guy who has kept going. You know, when riders around him, other teammates and what have you, had drifted away from the sport, he kept going, kept plugging, kept proving himself. We know what he's like as a sprinter, but he is a daring breakaway artist at its very best. And in the Irish Champions jersey, he's taken, as you say, Matt, the biggest win of his career. And what a big one for Q36.5. One of the second division teams here. They have snatched that, absolutely snatched it from the jaws of capture. And it was at this moment here where Rory Townsend could wait no longer. You can see the sprint behind. Jasper Philipsen was there, Paul Magnier as well, Danny Van Poppel, but it didn't really matter because Rory Townsend hung on. And oh my goodness, what a photo that will be for his mantelpiece.
Yeah, I think all the sprinters were there. Everyone was sprinting in full gas, and he, like you say, he just had enough there and just held it all the way to the finish line. So it was a great ride, and it just shows, you know, going in the breakaway, people say, why do riders go in the breakaway when they've got no chance of winning? The peloton doesn't always get it right, and today that proves it. And yeah, a really fabulous victory.
Yeah. He gets the congratulations to the race director, Fabian Wegman, who's asked to move out of the way by the looks of it, Emmels Leopins, and the teammates of Rory Townsend just congratulating him. What a fantastic moment for that Swiss team to get a big, big result this summer as well. Rory Townsend, who at moments in his career has come close to leaving the professional ranks, I would say. He's had issues along the way. He spent so long in Tim Elverson's teams between 2014 and 2021, 22 even, when he left with Sun God, not too far away from when that team folded. He went to Bolton Equities Black Spoke, the Kiwi team, for a year. That then folded, and again it was up in the air what was going to happen with him. He went to Q36.5, where he's really kicked on another level. He's 30 years of age now, the Irishman who grew up in South London, in Kingston upon Thames, very well-known rider in the southeast of England, well-liked as well, and racing on an Irish racing licence, getting now a massive win. I mentioned earlier that his biggest win, he was in the breakaway, of course, all day today. I got a chance to mention his biggest win so far was La Roue Tourangelle, the Coupe de France French race. Well, that's been trumped now by a World Tour one-day race here in the Hamburg Cyclassics, and he joins names like Olav Koy, Mads Pedersen, Marco Haller, Elliot Viviani, Caleb Ewan, Andre Greipel, Alexander Kristoff, John Degenkolb. Not bad to be mentioned alongside the kind of names that have won this race in the past. Not bad at all.
It's certainly not bad, and you ran down the comprehensive list of former winners before, and yeah, it's a very, very good result, and he'll be massively pleased to add his name to that list.
Yeah, and it's one that'll be celebrated, I think, right the way across the south of England, where Rory Townsend is very well known, spent a lot of time racing locally, criteriums and that kind of thing in and around London. He's a much-loved London rider, but also it'll be celebrated right across Ireland as well. And I mentioned it there just as he came across the line. The future of Irish cycling, of the youngsters coming through in the under-23 ranks, is incredibly healthy at the moment. The production line is very, very good, and I'm sure you'll know that, Matt. We'll look at the top 10 right now, though. Rory Townsend from Arnaud de Lee, who took the bunch sprint there, ahead of Paul Magnier, Jasper Philipsen, Danny Van Poppel, Fred Wright getting involved in that sprint too, Antonio Morgado in 7th, William Gourmet in 8th, Mathis Louvel in 9th, and Wout van Aert, replacement rider for last year's winner, finishing in 10th place. So a tough finale, definitely a finish, Matt, in the end, that was affected by both the breakaway and those ascents of the Wasserberg as well.
Yeah, they were. It was the Wasserberg made the race there. It made it hard, and that's just what put everyone on the limit there. And teams lost riders all around them. Maybe riders that have been controlling the peloton all day just fell away on the final time up the Wasserberg, and that then gave the advantage from the break. All the jockeying for position behind, and no one team could really get a hold of it on